See a bard in the corner. Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be making another wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. I was reading through the letter C spells the other day and I saw a spell called Clone and I thought it was really interesting. It's a 5th level or 6th level necromancy spell. So I'm just going to go through creating a necromancer with this like contingency spell in mind as like how they actually have their own contingency plans, very controlled and very sort of like plan for every opportunity and every piece and stuff. So I'll see how that goes. I think I'm going to use a Shadar-Kai, if I can find them. Shadar-Kai. Shadar-Kai are the elves of the Shadowfell, originally drawn from the dread realm of the Raven Queen. So these are kind of like in between drow and elves, like in the process of becoming drows, in my opinion. They venture into the material plane to forge their own destinies. Once Shadar-Kai were Fae and the rest of the elven kin, they are transformed by the Fell's grim energy. Ashen skin tones, while they're in Shadowfell, they can become all wizened, reflecting the somber nature of the gloomy plane. They are over 750 years old. Blessing of the Raven Queen, as a bonus action, you can magically teleport 30 feet to an unoccupied space. Starting at 3rd level, you can gain resistance on all damage. When you teleport using this trait, the resistance lasts until the start of your next turn. They have dark vision, keen senses, and necrotic resistance, which is also good to have as a necromancer, so you don't have anything coming back. You don't need sleep, just trancing, just like normal elves. So I'll zoom this in. Shadar-Kai. I think I had the name Lucius in mind. So we'll go from there. So let us begin with this little roll up. I also have this new quill. I've ordered a feather quill for some time. I just reached 270 subscribers and over 11,000 views. So I thought, treat yourself. It was like $16 on Amazon. So it also has a ball point nib. So this should actually be quite smooth. So unfortunately, this one might not be as scratchy, but we'll definitely test it out. It gives me a little bit more ability to actually go up and back and stroke. So we will see how we go. Shadar-Kai Necromancer. It writes really well, gang. But one slight problem is it's quite deep into the reservoir, or into the actual pen, so it's a bit hard to see with in the dark, but that's okay. So let us jump to the Old Wizards 112. So like I've already got like a clear in mind of what I wanted to do, so we'll actually go into the backstory more of this character and just go through what necromancy is and stuff. So yeah, I'm having some audio difficulties. I'm using an iPhone 11, and sometimes Unfortunately, it's giving me crackling feedback and I haven't been able to identify the problem. So the last couple of builds or character read-throughs I've done, I've had to take out a big piece. So hopefully that doesn't happen again today, but we will see, we will see. Creating a wizard, 1d6 for your constitution and your hit dice. Score of abstraction, score of improvement, score of evocation, score of necromancy. Score of necromancy explores the cosmic forces of life, death, and undeath. As you focus on your studies in this tradition, you learn to manipulate energy that animates all living things. Beginning when you select the school second level, the gold and time you must spend to copy a necromancy spell into your spellbook is halved. Grim Harvest. At second level, you get the ability to reap life energy from creatures you kill with your spells. Once per turn, you kill one of the creatures in spell level 1 or higher. You regain hit points equal to that or twice the spell's level. Undead Thralls. You 6th level, you can animate dead. In Nerd to Undead, beginning at 10th level, you have resistance on necrotic damage. So double resistance using the Shadar-Kai at 10th level. Command Undead. At 14th level, you bring Undead to your control. Excellent. So Lucius is a master of death. Grim and solemn. She often doesn't laugh. So this nib is good. This nib is good, but it runs out quickly. But that's okay. So uses the clone spell. Uses the clone spell. So what the clone spell is it's an 8th level necromancy spell. You need a bunch of components and aspects, so you need a vessel worth 2,000 gold pieces. You need 1 cubic inch of flesh. And sealable lid. So this is sort of like a vampiric / lichdom style. As a contingency plan rather than going into a full lich and stuff. So it takes 120 days to create this clone, and it needs to be in a safe spot. When you die, you don't actually revive because your soul is being just transported into this clone rather than sort of going into another realm or anything like that. So cool. That's what I wanted to do there. So go into background. Where is background? Background 125. There's the acolyte, criminal, charlatan, entertainer, folk hero, guild artisan, noble, habit. I think I might make them a Shadowfell noble. Cool, so let's see what happens with this. Noble. Personality trait, we need a D8. 5. I don't like to get my hands dirty and I would be caught dead in unsuitable accommodations. Aversion to filth and fancy. So I think the stipulation there is like we've got this aspect of like necromancy, undead, and undeath and stuff, but like maybe they add sort of like contrastly they're adverse to sort of messiness or untidiness, or dirt more specifically, but are really into sort of undeath and making sure that like zombies are really clean and stuff like that. It could be a fun little sort of tick. D6 for ideal. 1. Respect. Respect is due to me because of my position, but all people, regardless of station, deserve to be treated with dignity. It treats people with dignity while alive. So they treat people with dignity, but once dead, they're seen as a tool, I think. Three. I too often hear veiled insults and threats in my every word addressed to me, and I am quick to anger. So, prim and probable. I feel people talk down to me due to my schooling. Okay, so in respects to this, we've got I too often hear veiled insults. So easily sort of wants to read between the lines and thinks people are against them, against her and everything. So that's got an interesting thing. So like, I mean, with this aspect of like being a necromancer and being a noble, you know, what cleanness, tidiness and everything needs to be sort of like, it's not type A, kind of everything needs to be set in order and put in place. You feel as though everyone deserves respect in the initial meeting and everything, but once people die or anything like that, you can see them as tools for your own use as a necromancer. And then from that as well, you feel as though people judge you because of your schooling and what you've looked into in terms of necromancy, so that's pretty fun. So let's go through these items. Trinkets, as always, we will go for 2 trinkets and see where that comes up in terms of backstory. 40. A gemstone that looks like a lump of coal when examined by anyone but you. So, I actually have, comes up pretty good in this purple light, this gemstone. So, that works out pretty well, doesn't it? Coal, but looks like gem from 72. A silver teardrop earring made from a real teardrop. Silver teardrop from a real tear. I'm going to call that a pendant necklace. Very good. Okay. This might turn out to be a quick one. It's sort of all coming together pretty well. So we're going to say okie dokie. So, alrighty, let us go through this. Lucius is a necromancy wizard. She is a Shadar-Kai from the noble family within the Shadowfell realm. Coming to the material plane, she's brought her necrotic necromancy schooling with her to adventure and explore the material plane herself. They are, aversion to filth and problems that have been to do with their noble upbringing. So he likes everything to be put together nicely and everything. Treats everyone with dignity and respect until they die or have been killed around them, and then they are usable tools to her. Very prim and proper, but feels as though people are talking down to her from her schooling and how necromancy is being sort of has a stigma or a dogma to it. She is decked out in a full black robe, wizarding robe, that has a jewel gem that she carries around a piece of coal that doesn't seem to get her hands dirty or anything, but it's actually secretly housing the a very prized Shadowfell gem, like a shadow diamond or something like that. Very elf in nature, but very greyed out, almost drow-like. Ashen skin, a large cape with like a Shadowfell mastiff pelt, shadow mastiff. Very noble-ish, sort of like princess sort of vibes with a wizarding thing, but practical. Now, they have a contingency where they actually have in their castle in Shadowfell a clone cast spell already. So if she was to die in the material plane, her soul would go back to Shadowfell in this new body and stuff. I think that's a really interesting dynamic to have as like something you don't necessarily tell the rest of the party or people, that you've got this aspect of like them being teleported, so when they die and try and revive, it doesn't work, and if you haven't formed them and everything, and as well being a wizard, low hit points and everything, so it gives an interesting dynamic into sort of like how you would treat or use this character in, let's say, fights, for example. It's like this will give off wisps, Shadowfell masters and stuff like that. Excellent. This is a quick one. I think it's just all these aspects of like the necromancy and having this sort of like very prim proper princess and everything. I hope you enjoyed. I sort of had this in my mind, so it was fairly quick for me to roll this one out pretty quickly. So hope you enjoyed. And as always, enjoy your long rest.